Service National Pavement Midgets. It is the inverse of practice, so fastest driver in practice will be the last driver to qualify. And the first driver, again, Brandon Maurer, a 25.150 second lap on his first attempt.
Brandon Maurer from Sherman, Illinois. He's a veteran of the Power I and Illini Midget organization with this one time this year. Finished 14th back on the 27th of June.
Saw during sprint car qualifying a lot of drivers kind of chasing the car through turns 3 and 4. We'll see it also here in the midgets as he got the car kicked a little sideways there at the exit turn number 4. Lap number 2 better, 24.826 seconds, so that will be the mark for the drivers to beat here early on.
We should see Annie Breidinger, no stranger to all of us in USAC, Hillsborough, California, has raced with the HPD series on the West Coast, former winner of the Gerhardt Classic. And again, she has been with us periodically over the last couple of seasons.
First time by, they will start the clock. Second driver out to qualify had a 22.889 during her practice session.
We saw Annie's sister Tony here with the Arca Menard series earlier this year at America's Great Race Place, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Here comes Annie.
So Annie coming around on lap number 1, and she will be quick time at a 23.228 seconds. Better by 1.598 seconds.
I know at one point she had really prioritized education at Purdue. And he's going to try to come around underneath the flag stand. There's Tom Hansing.
See if she improves on lap number 2. She does, 22.997. So now, new target for drivers to chase here for the quick qualifying time. 22.997, Annie Breidinger. Next driver set to be out to the speedway, Cody Gerhardt, driver the number 60.
Fourth generation involved in the sport, a former Western Wing Sprint Car champion, Northern, Southern, and Pavement Ford Focus champion back in 2010. He's won with the BCRA Midgets. He's done a variety of things in his open wheel career.
3 drivers on track so far to qualify, and Gerhardt so far has been kind of the hardest into the throttle here.
Madera, California driver.
Coming around his opening lap, we'll see how he does. And he will unseat Breidinger at the top of the charts, a 22.486, better by just over a half a second on his opening lap.
In that Western Speed livery, that commonly orange and black motif that team has used, and they've been involved in the sport and deeply involved for generations.
Coming around, a little bit of a wiggle on the front straightaway, and lap number 2, better, 22.256. We talked about during the 500 sprint car qualifying, as that was on Dirt Vision, how most of them would come around and set their best lap on lap number 1, lap number 2, only a few drivers improving. So far, everybody on track in this one has been better second time around. Michael Finelli, the 38. Onto the speedway now.
Michael Finelli, who ran here on the night before the 500 about a decade ago, has been running some 360 sprint cars. A win at Vado Speedway this year.
Finelli coming around with a new quick time, 21.777 seconds for the Finelli number 38 machine. Relation to the great J.R. Finelli, late model driver out of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
He's had success in Focus Midgets as well. Here comes the checkered flag.
Comes around, and first driver that did not improve on lap number 2, a 21.951. Lap number 1, the one he'll stand on, 21.777. Michael Finelli in the number 38. Nick Hamilton, the 7K, the next driver.
Danville, Indiana driver, former winner of the Rumble in Fort Wayne back in 2017. He was a Stars Midget Rookie of the Year. He competed with USAC in some regional competition. Good to have Nick back with us.
Car just a tick loose there through the midpoint of turns 3 and 4. He'll come around lap number 1 third quick at a 21.345, 2:13.45 seconds for the driver of the number 7K.
A 12th and a 10th in 2024 thus far in midget action here at IRP for Nick Hamilton.
So 5th driver out to qualify, 14 drivers on hand during practice earlier to qualify here for the Browns Oil Service National Pavement Midgets. He'll come around better on lap number 2. He'll jump to second quick, a 22.132 second lap. Todd Bertrand.
Southwick, Massachusetts, Mission Foods, Stanton Racing Engines, Lakeview Advisors. He's a former NEMA champion back in 2024. This year he's been a NEMA Lights winner. Rookie of the Year in that series back in 2011.
One of the car owners on the winning Chili Bowl Championship ride earlier this year, along with Jordan and Kevin Swindell. Comes around second quick on his opening lap, a 21.952 second lap.
At his 7th position back in June here at Raceway Park.
Brings her off at turn number 4. The car looked like it was going to kick sideways a little bit more, and he's going to improve on lap number 2. 21.748 seconds, quick time for Todd Bertrand. So we go down the list, and they get faster and faster here. Chase Locke in the 0-1, next contestant.
Chester, New Hampshire driver for Seymour Performance Products and Locke Brothers Racing. He was the youngest to win in the 350 Super Modified Champ Division at Oswego. He's been a NEMA Lights winner, and this year he was the winner of the Boston Louis, a big NEMA event.
Coming around with a lot of speed on lap number 1, and it shows 21.694. New quick qualifier takes it by 0.054 seconds. Of course, the Seymour family, the owners of the Hank Davis entry. That was a prelim night winner of the Chili Bowl Nationals.
Great racing family. Chase Locke, a really young and talented driver.
Boy, that car really frying the hides on that thing at the exit turn number 4. Does go a little bit slower, lap number 2, 21.714, but quick qualifying time, lap number 1, 21.694 for Chase Locke. Driver we just saw in sprint car qualifying back on track here with your Browns Oil Service National Pavement Midgets. That is Kyle O'Gara.
Big Red Liquors drive planning for the 2014 USAC Pavement Midget Champion. He's had great success in a variety of things. He's won the Dave Steele 125 at Showtime Speedway this year in the sprint car.
Goes second quick in his opening lap at 21.713 second attempt. Again, 2:17.13 seconds, 0.019 off of Chase Locke's 21.694.
In the old Indy Lights division, as we called it then, he ran the Freedom 100 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Runs around lap number 2, better, 21.524. Quick time for Kyle O'Gara. So he takes it by 0.170 seconds. Locked back to second quick now. As Jerry Coons Jr., the Tucson, Arizona racer, on track now in 51.
Yeah, pretty much a late assignment, the Seymour Performance Products in the medal finishing entry for the USAC Triple Crown. Club member Jerry Coons Jr.
Son Cale Coons improving rapidly behind the wheel of a midget here this season. And oh, by the way, Jerry Coons, now your quick qualifier, 21.312 seconds, 2:13.12 for the Wiley veteran.
Yeah, he was a teenage midget racer when hardly anybody could make that statement back in his native Arizona.
Comes around lap number 2, better, 21.265. So Jerry Coons Jr. to the top of the charts now in 51. Next onto the track, 10th driver to qualify, it will be Nathan Bird. Bird in the 40.
Still in the right car, still very active, and he's been good this year. A 4th and a 3rd in midget competition for the Birdman. The Arizonan, easily recognizable car once more.
Called that safety orange earlier. It's more like a hunter's orange, actually. Comes around 3rd quick on his opening lap, a 21.622 second attempt, 0.098. Off of Kyle O'Gara, who's currently 2nd quick. Jerry Coons Jr., again, that's the time they're chasing, 21.265. And Nathan, that car, all kinds of loose. Boy, thought he was going to tag the wall there for a second. And lap number 2 still better on time, not position, 21.556. Still third quick for Nathan Bird.
Well, some accomplished drivers yet to go. So I'm telling you right now, Jerry Coons Jr. is smart enough to know he can't exhale yet because there are fast guns waiting.
Still a few more drivers to go here in qualifying. A little bit of a delay getting the next one out to the speedway. Again, Jerry Coons Jr., quick qualifier, 21.265. Kyle O'Gara, 21.524. 21.556 for Nathan Bird. Chase Locke at 21.694. And Todd Bertrand currently fifth quick at a 21.748. Next driver onto the speedway, piloting the Abacus race number 57, the driver to Center, California. This is Logan Seavey.
And Logan Seavey with a 7th and a 4th place finish in midgets here this year. He's been with us for the last 4 national pavement midget races here at IRP.
14-time winner this season with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Comes around in his opening lap, 7th quick at a 21.800.
As you know so well, he won that first Chili Bowl a couple years ago, and he's been on a roll ever since that point. He has not slowed down a bit.
And when he got that Chili Bowl win, he had been absent from victory lane for quite some time, and that just lit a fire. Once he got that win, comes around lap number 2, second quick at a 21.487, so a big jump on lap number 2 for Logan Seavey. Bobby Santos III, next driver on track in 98.
5th and a 7th place run this year, and also a 3rd. So he's been very tough here, as you know. Under the USAC banner, tied for number 1 all-time wins.
Goes second quick in his opening lap at 21.355 second lap. Wins with the must-see wing pavement sprint car series earlier this year out of Berlin, Lancaster, and Sandusky.
He's a former winner of the night before the 500 is Bobby Santos III.
Coming around lap number 2, it will be quick time, 21.180, 21.180 seconds for Bobby Santos. So Bobby unseating Jerry Coons Jr. at a 21.265. Seavey now third, O'Gara, Nathan Bird now making up the top 5. Locke, Bertrand, Finelli, Hamilton, and Gerhardt currently make up the top 10. 13th driver out to qualify, Jake Trainer in 29.
And Jake Trainer has not been off of the podium in the last 5 races here. So he's been strong.
5th quick on his opening lap for Trainer, 21.553 seconds for the driver of the number 29 machine.
Midway, Massachusetts driver. He came here with all these accolades from his NEMA Lights competition, and boy, has he opened eyes since then.
Boy, he's chasing her around through turns 3 and 4, but he improves lap number 2, jumps to third quick at a 21.319, 21.319 seconds for Jake Trainer. Should be 1 to go.
1 to go. And this guy's pretty good.
Not too shabby indeed for the driver who was second quick overall in 500 sprint car qualifying. Had it all the way up until Tyler Rory came out last and unseated him. It is the driver out of Kingsburg, California, Cody Swanson. And looks like they are having to back the car down a little bit over there as he sits in the push-off lane.
Yeah, Tim Bertrand purchased this midget because he knew it was one that could win. Winning here was important to him. He's number 1, Tim Bertrand, all time in NEMA wins. It's about 109 maybe now. Randy Cabral might have added to that record-setting 108th victory. Congratulations to Randy. Looks like he might be putting a decent lights title under his belt.
So it looks like things coming to life beneath the bonnet of the Mission Foods. Bertrand at number 47 machine. He was quickest in hot laps. at a 21.070. And for reference, your quick qualifier right now, Bobby Santos III, a 21.180. So we'll see if the King of the Crown can stretch those legs and get a quick qualifying time here in the midgets.
That's a beautiful car, by the way, in every way.
Second quick on his opening lap, 21.192 seconds. Chasing that 21.180 by Bobby Santos III is 0.012 seconds off of the pace of that Mission Foods number 47. At speed onto the front straightaway. Does he improve? Lap number 2. Quick time for Swanson, 20.992 seconds for Swanson at 47. So that will wrap up qualifying for the Browns Oil Service National Pavement Midgets. Logan Seavey ends up 5th quick. Jake Traynor was 4th quick. Jerry Coons Jr. was 3rd. Bobby Santos was 2nd. And your quick qualifier with a lap time of 20.992 seconds. Race fans, give him a hand. Cody Swanson in 47. So as soon as Cody hops out of the car, we'll try to get a word in with him. Coming up next, it will be Honest Abe Roofing qualifying for the USAC Silver Crown Champ Car Division. Last trip to the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, the Hoosier 100, all a part of the Carb Night Classic. Cody Swanson was your quick qualifier. During the Carb Night Classic, it's a combined of your 2 qualifying laps. Tonight, it is your fastest single lap out of the 2 attempts. Honest Abe Roofing, America's reliable roofer, will present the Fast Qualifying Award for all 3 USAC national divisions throughout the 2024 season. Honest Abe has been installing, repairing, and maintaining residential roofs since 2005. They want to give you the perfect roof to protect your home and keep you comfortable. Honest Abe provides the fastest service in the roofing industry, and they're supporting the fastest driver in qualifications. Visit honestaberoofing.com today to schedule your free roof inspection. So Swanson, who was fastest in midget qualifying, was your final driver to qualify, ends up with a quick qualifying time. He'll be the final driver to qualify here with the USAC Silver Crown Division. First driver slated to qualify was Dave Berkheimer. He will not make the call here in qualifying, as I do believe Drake down trackside with an update.
Yeah, we've caught up with Cody Swanson after laying down quick time in your national pavement midgets. And Cody, yet again another fast time here, but the question is, can you go 3 in a row here in the national pavement midget, even if they throw a crazy invert at you?
I mean, it's hard to say, right? This place is challenging, and you got to be thankful for every time that you have a good car. And Bertrand Motorsports team gave me a great car so far, right? And what it takes to do 2 laps good will be different than what we need for 30. But I'm thankful for the chance and hope that it goes well. But I know there's a lot of really good cars. I know, between in my own camp, right? I've got 2 good ones that we race with, and Jeff West got a bunch, and Kyle O'Gara and Logan Seavey, and there's a whole laundry list of really good midgets here. So they put an invert in there. And it's hard to know if you'll be able to make your way through, but I hope we can, and I hope we put on a good show. And I appreciate the chance to do it, and everyone for coming out to see it.
Cody Swanson now has 3 fast times in a row with pavement midget. We'll have to see if he can get 3 feature event wins in a row here on Championship Saturday. Thank
you very much. Nathan Moore was qualifying with your USAC Silver Crown Division. Driver to Kaufman, Texas, in the Abilene Powder Coating Boxwell Heavy Hauling number 48. Had a quick time attempt of 24.799 for the normally dirt track sprint car racer. Again, 24.799 seconds. Qualified 20th here during the Hoosier 100. Ended up 21st in your feature event. Next driver onto the speedway to qualify will be Greg Corey. Corey coming to us out of Shelbyville, Indiana. Driver the Crane Works, Brownings Marine Sales, Williams Chevrolet Beast, Browns Oil Services, Williams Corey Racing number 32. Qualified 18th here during the Hoosier 100. Ended up 16th in the feature event. 1 year ago, likewise 16th in your Championship Saturday feature event. Comes around on lap number 1 with a new quick time at a 23.899, 23.899 seconds for the driver with 27 career USAC Silver Crown starts and 3 top 10 finishes.
Former Rookie of the Year, Greg Corey, was a former Paragon Speedway Sprint Car champion. Came out of the UMRA DQ ranks.
About 3/4 of the way up the racetrack, over in turns 3 and 4. Car sticks down to the front straightaway. Lap number 2, better, 23.224. Again, Greg Corey now top of the boards in 32. So once the drivers push out to the speedway, that is their warm-up lap. They'll come around and wave the green flag, and they will start the clock. And the next driver taking time is going to be Cody Gerhardt. He's out of Fresno, California, driving the open wheel showdown. J&D Chevrolet Eagle chassis. Davey Hamilton Jr. owned number 14. First appearance at Silver Crown competition in 5 years. He owns 7 career USAC Silver Crown starts. And we'll see how Cody does here on his opening lap of On-the-State Roofing Qualifying. Comes around quick time at a 22.277, 22.277 seconds for the Fresno, California driver. Takes number 14 onto the back straightaway. Heavy into the throttle all the way to turn number 3. Takes it into the middle groove. Lets the car swing out. Tries to carry speed around to the front straight. We'll see if he improves on lap number 2. Gerhardt, 22.277. Better, 21.928 on lap number 2. So new driver. Quickest here in qualifying, Cody Gerhardt in 14. Kicking her a little sideways here at the exit, turn number 4 as he came around to start the clock. That is Kyle Robbins out of Newcastle, Indiana. The Magnet Machine and Tool, Jackson Chevrolet Beast Willwood, K&R Racing number 7. 50 career starts in Silver Crown competition for the driver of the number 7. Find a little bit of a loose condition as he comes around on his opening lap. He'll be second quick at a 22.370, 22.370 seconds for Kyle Robbins on his opening attempt. Adjusting line a little bit that time into turn number 3. Car swings up towards the wall. Exit turn number 4. We'll see if he finds some more speed here on lap number 2. And he does. Quick time at a 21.752, 21.752 seconds for Kyle Robbins. Had a little bit of a scare during your dirt draft hot laps earlier as the left rears began to rub on a panel. Luckily, the repair quick and back on track here. That's Kyle Steffens out of St. Charles, Missouri. The Performance Plus Global Logistics Spartan Transportation Shaver-powered Beast, number 08. Lap number 1 going to be third quick for Steffens, a 21.947, 21.947 seconds for the driver of the number 08 machine. Qualified 23rd here during the Hoosier 100. Ran it up to a 10th place finish in your feature event last year. In Championship Saturday, finished 13th in the A main. 32 career starts, 1 top 5, and 9 top 10 finishes for the driver of the 08. He'll come around quick time on lap number 2, 21.648 seconds. 21.648 seconds for Kyle Steffens. Next driver onto the speedway, coming to us out of Columbus, Ohio. Driving the Flint Trucking and Truck Services, Duncan Oil, QS Components, Kircher Chevrolet Beast, BCR group number 81. It's the tall one, Trey Osborne. Trey Osborne in the number 81. Second quick on his opening lap, 21.672 seconds. For the driver that qualified 9th here during the Hoosier 100, finished 9th in the feature event last year during this run. Finished 12th in your feature event, 11 career starts, has 2 top 5s and 4 top 10 finishes, best finishes of the year. Madison with a 4th place and then finished 3rd. Alan Hutchinson comes around lap number 2. Identical time, 21.672. For Trey Osborne, puts him second quick. Coming to us out of Goodyear, Arizona, driving the GMS, Sonesta Hotel, MPD Chevrolet Legacy, Robert Wilson Racing, Legacy Autosports number 40. This is Nathan Bird. Nathan Bird in the number 40. 8th place finish here earlier this year during the Hoosier 100, all part of the Carb Night Classic. Has 17 career starts, 1 top 5, and 8 top 10 finishes. Bird fourth quick on his opening lap of the 21.767, 21.767 seconds for the driver of the number 40 machine. Qualifying during the day will race at night. Make things interesting for the drivers as he comes around lap number 2. And that's quick time, 21.395 seconds. Nathan Bird in the number 40. Last time we visited the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, mechanical problems sidelined this driver during qualifying. He jumped behind the wheel of the Brian Gossel-owned entry and ran it up to a third-place finish from 22nd. We're talking about C.J. Leary to Greenfield, Indiana, driving the Klein Enterprises, Willwood, Brown & Miller Racing Solutions, Ford-powered Beast, number 6. Goes second quick on his opening lap with a 21.591, 21.591 seconds for the driver of the number 6 machine on his opening lap. Has picked up 5 overall wins this season in USAC sprint car and local competition. Still looking for a Silver Crown win on the year. 72 career starts as a trio of wins with the series, 24 top 5s and 41 top 10 finishes, and he will find quick qualifying time on his second lap, 21.278 seconds. Quick time for C.J. Leary. Faster and faster they go. Again, your qualifying order, the inverse of practice. Slowest qualifies first, fastest qualifies last. And right now, we've got Russ Gamester on track, the driver to Peru, Indiana, driver of the Gamester Green Gable Village, Kirchner Chevrolet Eagle Chassis, Olson Paint and Body, Gamester Racing Products, number 51. 217 career starts in USAC Silver Crown competition for the driver of the number 51 machine. Goes third quick on his opening lap with a 21.429, 21.429 seconds for Gamester. Picked up a victory here back in the year 2000. 6 times a winner with the series with 37 top 5s and 84 top 10 finishes. Started back in 1989, comes around better on time, not position, 21.413. Third quick for Russ Gamester in 51. Circle track on one side, the drag strip on the other here this weekend. Alcohol dragsters, station wagons, and everything in between over on the drag strip. They've been going pretty much since about 9 o'clock this morning. As we continue on here with qualifying, they're all chasing C.J. Leary right now, 21.278. Nathan Bird currently second quick. Russ Gamester, Kyle Steffens, Trey Osborne currently make up the top 5. The Midget Ace making his Silver Crown debut here. Jake Traynor at Medway, Massachusetts. The Sam Pierce Chevrolet AP Driver Development, our Enterprises, LSI, Sam Pierce owned Chevrolet Beast number 126. Midget winner here during the Carb Night Classic in 2024 and 2023. Picked up one of the Ecotech Focus Midget wins back in August. Driver of the number 126 machine on his opening lap. Stops the clock 6 quick at a 21.728. And looks like off of the pace here on lap number 2. So lap number 1, the one that's going to count for him. Again, mechanical problems, it appears, on his second time around. So here they take it down into the pits, and the next driver onto the speedway is going to be Bobby Santos III, the driver to Franklin, Massachusetts, the Brown & Miller Racing Solutions, Simpson Race Products, Speedway Chevrolet Beast, DJ Racing, number 98. Must-see sprint car wins earlier this year for the driver of the number 98 machine. Qualified third here during the Hoosier 100 earlier this year. Finished fifth in the feature event. Comes around fourth quick on lap number 1, 21.531, 21.531 seconds for the driver of the number 98 machine. 15 times in his career he has gone to victory lane here at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. 5 of those victories in Silver Crown competition. 1 year ago here in Grand Championship Saturday, finished runner-up as he comes around lap number 2. Quick time at a 21.120, 21.120 seconds. Bobby Santos III now quickest here with the qualifying. Next driver onto the speedway comes to us out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. Driver of the Sam Pierce Chevrolet AP Driver Development, Chevrolet Beast, Sam Pierce on number 26. It's Miss Kaylee Bryson. Kaylee Bryson in the number 26, the 2024 Trans Am GT champion. Comes around lap number 1, 9th quick at a 21.793, 21.793 seconds. Engine problems during the Hoosier 100 earlier this year. Had a 14th place run during qualifying. Last year here during Championship Saturday, finished 7th in your feature event. And she'll bring her off at turn number 4, chasing the right rear a little bit onto the front straightaway. Does Bryson through by lap number 2? She does. 5th quick at a 21.621. 21.621 seconds for Kaylee Bryson. Out of Newcastle, Indiana, driving the Mare Sim Crop Performance, Stanton Chevrolet Beast, Armstrong Farm, CNA Motorsports number 5. Qualifying now, this is Dakota Armstrong. Dakota Armstrong in the number 5. Trio of wins on the season. 500 Sprint Tour at Anderson back in April. Silver Crown wins up at Madison for the first time in his career. Also picked up a win at the Worldwide Technology Raceway back in August. Comes around third quick in his opening lap, a 21.390 second attempt. 21.390. Lap number 1 for Dakota Armstrong. 11 career starts in Silver Crown competition, 2 wins, 3 top 5s, and 9 top 10 finishes for the driver that finished 10th here 1 year ago. Back at the Hoosier 100. Mustered a 6th place finish in your feature event after qualifying 4th. Comes around 3rd quick at a 21.282. 21.282 seconds for Dakota Armstrong. Again, currently 3rd on the grid. Driver onto the speedway now. He pilots the NOS Energy Drink, Super Fitness, Hemmelgarn Enterprises, Speedway Chevrolet Beast number 91. This is Justin Grant. Justin Grant in the number 91, chasing Cody Swanson by 6 points coming into tonight's racing action. Goes 2nd quick on his opening lap at a 21.267. 21.267 seconds for Justin Grant. 11th place in your feature event during the Hoosier 100. Finished 3rd last year here in Championship Saturday. 11 times he has gone to victory lane this season. So you have the 2020 Silver Crown champion can improve here on lap number 2. He does on time, not position. 21.169.049 seconds off of the pace of Bobby Santos III. He holds on to the quick qualifying time for the time being at a 21.120. Justin Grant, 21.169 on his 2nd attempt. Driver currently 3rd in Silver Crown standings coming into the final night of competition out of Sutter, California. Driver the Cita.com, CGCPAs, Indy Custom Zone, MPV Express, Dozers, Nuts and Bolts, Vortech Marketing, Rice Motorsports, Abacus Racing number 22. This is Logan Seavey. Logan Seavey in number 22 goes 3rd quick in his opening lap, a 21.210 second lap. 21.210 seconds for the driver of the number 22. Qualified 2nd and finished there in the Hoosier 100 earlier this year. 6th last year in your Championship Saturday feature event. 19 overall victories on the season. The driver number 22 comes around better. 21.189, still 3rd quick for Logan Seavey. Already quick earlier in sprint car competition. Tyler Rohrig at Plymouth, Indiana, driver the First Line Systems Incorporated, Jackson Chevrolet Beast, Newman Racing, Drywall Distributors, Michael Newman owned number 41. 10 career starts in Silver Crown competition, 5 top 5s, just as many top 10 finishes. Finished 12th here during the Hoosier 100 earlier this year. As Rohrig comes around on his opening lap, he will stop the clock at a 21.434, currently 8th on the field. The 2-time Little 500 winner. Making his way onto the front straightaway. Lap number 2, better, jumps to 2nd quick at a 21.147. 21.147 seconds for Tyler Rohrig. Final driver to qualify. Comes to you out of Kingsburg, California. Driver of the Mission Foods, Wilkie Orthodontist, Clint Farms, Hampshire Chevrolet Beast number 77. He is the points leader by 6 coming into Championship Saturday. This is Cody Swanson. Swanson in the number 77. Lap number 1, quick time, 20.975, 20.975 seconds for the driver as 152 career USAC Silver Crown starts. 53 career quick qualifying times. 44 wins, 105 top 5s, and 117 top 10 finishes. The 7-time series champion coming around on lap number 2. Does he improve? He does. 20.892 seconds. And Cody Swanson, for the 54th time in his career, will be your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier. And with that, he will add 3 points. and he will take the gap to 9. Going into your feature event, $70 points if you win the race, and if you lead the most laps, it's another 3. So get them calculators out. It's going to be a close one. So the driver with 14 career USAC wins here at the Indianapolis Raceway Park. 8 times he has won in Silver Crown competition, and for the 11th time he is going to be on the pole here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Race fans, give him a hand one more time. Cody Swanson in 77. Well, we already talked to him after his Browns Oil Service National Pavement Midgets quick qualifying time. We're going to talk to him again here. As Bobby Santos III ended up second quick, Tyler Roig was third, Justin Grant was fourth, Logan Seavey was fifth, CJ Leary sixth quick, Dakota Armstrong, Nathan Bird, Russ Gamester, and Kaylee Bryson ended up rounding out the top 10. All-Star Pavement Midgets presented by High Performance Lubricants going to be coming up for their qualifying session here in just a moment, as that is your Ecotech / Ford Focus division. So the Honest Abe Roofing banner set up down on pit lane. We will bring Cody down in just a moment. So again, we'll have All-Star Performance Midget Qualifying coming up here in just a little bit. Opening ceremony slated for right around 5:20 here this evening. Feature events will start off their 500 Sprint Car Tour. Again, they will be shown live on Dirt Vision. If you're watching the broadcast now, you will have to go to Dirt Vision if you want to see the pavement sprint cars. They'll have 40 laps. National Pavement Midgets will have 30 laps. The Ecotech Focus Midgets at 20. We'll round things out with our Championship Saturday 100-lap feature event for the USAC Silver Crown Division. As he will begin to make his way down into Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifying victory lane for the 54th time in his career. Cody Swanson going to get a word now with Christy Bemis.
What a wonderful accomplishment for Cody Swanson, who will roll from the pole for today's Championship Saturday feature event, 100 laps around Indianapolis Raceway Park after picking up this Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifying Award. And Cody, even after proving still today how successful you are at this racetrack, you can feel the intensity in the air. What are some of the things that continue to keep you on your toes on this Championship Saturday?
I mean, there's a lot of great race cars here, right? And I'm thankful to be running in 3 really important divisions and to have 3 good ones and 3 chances to win a race, right? This is an important racetrack, an iconic one across the country, and it's really a pleasure that we get to run these 3 divisions here, right? So I don't take those opportunities for granted, and thankfully driving 3 really good cars, between Bertrand Motorsports Midget and Bohannon's sprint car and the Doran Banks Racing Mission Foods number 77, right? The Silver Crown division has always been one of my favorites, and I'm thankful to be able to come race here at IRP. And like you said, the intensity's up. It's Championship Saturday, and it's all on the line. And Justin Grant is someone that I respect a lot and does a great job in racing in so many different divisions, right? And so he's on his game, pavement or not. He's here to win too, and qualified well. And as did Bobby and Tyler and Logan and all the usual, and CJ too. I'm sure he'll be fast before it's over. I've seen him come from the tail, right? So any of these races are important and hard to win, and at least our first step done.
It's warm and sunny right now, and the sun is beating right on the racetrack, but by the time the green flag rolls around tonight, it will be quite a bit different. How do you intend on keeping pace, especially in those different divisions as the track changes tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of that. I don't know that I'll have the right answer, but I'm aware that sprint cars go at 5:30 and midgets are a little after 6, and trying to be aware of where the sun is, even so I know what shield to have on, because the sun will be right in your eyes there in 3 and 4, and know that the 7 o'clock Silver Crown start will require a clear shield, right? So I know that much, and I know that'll change the racetrack and change the race car some, and I hope we make the right adjustments. I really have a lot of faith in these guys and this team, and hopefully we get a chance to do it in 100.
Cody Swanson picks up an Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifying Award to have a shot at his 8th USAC Silver Crown Champ Car Series title tonight on Championship Saturday. He will roll from the pole for 100 laps.
Thank you very much. Again, Swanson, for the 11th time in his career, has earned the pole here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park.
And it's those points, Brian, that are so critical. I mean,
that extra 3 points mentioned earlier, now 9 points separate him and Justin.
Let's remember, just in the course of a season, there's so many things that can happen in a championship like this. You were there. It looked like he had Worldwide Technology 1.
Something comes apart under the hood. And
if he did, we wouldn't be having this conversation. It would probably
Armstrong
be over.
Goes on to win.
But he had problems here a couple of years ago, so, he knows full well this is only stage 1 of this battle.
In the words of my grandfather, you don't count your chickens before they hatch. So All-Star Performance Pavement Midgets presented by High Performance Lubricants going to make their way out to the Speedway. This practice session will serve as their qualifying session. Chase Locke in the 11B set to be on track. Nathan Bird in the 36. Kyle Hamilton in the 1S. Kyle O'Gara in the 29. Dakota Armstrong back on track in the 88. Jim Anderson in the 88R. Haley Papp in the 15. Ben McCatarian in the 9. The 11A, Billy Weiss. The 4, Todd Bertrand. Kaylee Bryson set to be on track in the 88K. David Ward in the 69. And Tristan Brown. Again, 13 drivers on hand. And Pat, you can attest, when these guys were on track earlier this year, we talked about it off broadcast, but fun. That was the word you said. Everybody kept saying it was fun.
Well, it was Drake picked that up, and he was right. Now obviously you're not running for a championship.
No.
Now you want to win, but you're not running for a championship. There's not points on the line. And, you've probably done this. It reminds me of years ago at Salem Speedway. I did an event where NASCAR drivers got in some basically pure stock cars on the high banks of Salem. And they got out, and those guys were all laughing because they enjoyed it so much. A reminder of why they started.
If you ever wanted to see, and it's hard to say Tony Stewart relaxed because rarely did you ever see Smoke relaxed. Go to a race where he's not having to worry about points. Go to a race where he's not having to worry about being the car owner. You saw him in a sprint car race back when he was doing circle track. He was laid back.
Right. Now, I will say this, one time in a party, he said to me at his house that we were going to race mini bikes, and he showed, if you happen to be in the front at this spot, that's where I run you into a tree. So, he still could find that gene at various points.
No, there's no question. It didn't matter when he was on track. He was racing to win.
But, right, a whole different mindset. So again, qualifying, practice, one in the same here.
Well, Looks like they are splitting them up into two different groups as they try to give them a little bit of room to spread around here. Got a couple of drivers coming up on each other a little bit. Kaylee Bryson thus far with the quickest lap time at a 21.668. Everybody around on lap number 1, working on lap number 2, and Kyle Hamilton, who was quickest at the onset, going back to the top there at a 22.497. O'Gara coming around to steal that spot away, 21.465. And Bryson quickly back to the top at a 22.404.
And Kaylee was one of the ones who immediately got out of her car and said that was a blast. So she showed some speed when we were here with the midgets earlier this year.
And looks like one a little bit off of the pace on the back straightaway. Gets back into the throttle, though, as they work into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, Kaylee had a second and third. And again, big thanks to the High Performance Lubricants, Angler Machine and Tool folks who have been a major driver of this. And we think we'll see more of it here next year.
So 3 laps in here in this qualifying run. Kyle O'Gara now back to the top of the charts at a 22.187. Nicotarian currently second quick at a 22.392. And O'Gara going to hold on to the quick qualifying time. Kaylee Bryson coming around. She jumps back to second at a 22.253.
Ben Nicotarian has been a NEMA Lights winner this year. Right now in the 3rd position in car number 9.
So drivers coming around to the wave of the white flag. They do not have to stay out for the entire run. There's only 2 drivers left on the racing surface. Everybody else peeling down into pit lane. So a clean racetrack. We'll see if we see some improvement here. And that'll wrap up group number 1, practice and qualifying. It is Kyle O'Gara, 22.187. Kaylee Bryson, 22.253. Nicotarian at a 22.392. Hamilton, 22.414. And Todd Bertrand ends up 5th quick in this group at a 22.539.
And Ben Nicotarian, Boston Louis Seymour's grandson. In the top 5 in NEMA points a couple of times. One with the Wicked Cool Midget Series in Hudson, New Hampshire back in 2015. That's a car that was actually built for Ken Schrader to compete in the Boston Louis. Tristan Brown was out in that session. He's been running with the United States Speed Association. He's 3rd in rookie points this year. Known to a lot of people as Kenny Midgets. This goes till 5:05.
So the drivers can come in or out as much as they want to try to improve their time. So again, 5:05, that is the cutoff. So we saw drivers come out for 3 laps, saw drivers come out for 5 laps. So Billy Weiss entering the fold here, Jerry Coons Jr., Jim Anderson. They were not in that opening group, so they are on track now.
You noticed those 11 cars right away, Brian, earlier.
As soon as I walked in, I said, man, that looks like Wilkie Pack entries right there. And come to find out, that's where they came from.
Exactly where they came from. Again, big thanks to David Ward, who's been a big part of making this happen. The Seymours, a lot of people who have had the vision to sort of bring this racing here. And if we can replicate what we did the first time, we may be on to something.
The 2 car owners, as I was growing up, that I could recognize their cars from a mile away. Lewis was one, and Wilkie was the other.
You bet, no doubt. So Jerry Coons Jr. doing some duty in these as well. We mentioned David Ward. Jim Anderson, the Midwest Mayhem Midget Champion for 2024. So that up at Grundy County. 3-time Stars Midget Champion, 2008, 11, 12. Also in 13, he was also a champion there. USAC Regional Champion, 2012. Jerry Coons Jr. tells me that Bill Guest got behind the wrenches on this machine and really helped him out. Bryson, Chase Locke, and Ben Mkhitaryan. Dakota Armstrong 5th overall.
It's a little less than 10 minutes if you're just joining us on the broadcast or joining us in the stands. 5:05 is the cutoff time for these drivers. Final practice, also their qualifying.
Do pre-race ceremonies when we get right into future racing.
Haley Papp so far has turned the most laps here in this qualifying practice session. 7 times around thus far. O'Gara took him 3 to get to the top of the speed charts at a 22.187. Kaylee Bryson 22.253. Chase Locke 22.340. Mkhitaryan at a 22.392. Dakota Armstrong 22.411. Currently your 5 quickest drivers. Kyle Hamilton, Billy Weiss, Nathan Bird, Jim Anderson, and Todd Bertrand currently make up the top 10.
So a few customers still on track as the checkered flag comes out. Chase Locke continues to be impressive in 3rd position. Kyle O'Gara, Kaylee Bryson, as Brian indicated. And former Silver Crown winner here, Kyle Hamilton. Nice to have Kyle back with us. Kyle Hamilton, by the way, a Kenyon Car champion in 2007, 2008, Indiana and Midwest Ford Focus champion. He was the Adam Petty winner. We had a special points for our Wednesday series, a regional series, and 209 regional midget champion. Rookie of the year, the Silver Crown Little 500 winner. Won the Rumble in the Fort Wayne for Don and Mel Kenyon. Winner of the Days Steel Classic. Very accomplished racer Kyle Hamilton. Good to have him back with us. Haley Papp out in the 15 machine.
Kyle Hamilton Silver Crown win coming on May 24, 2019. Would have been during the Carb 9 Classic. Series back in September of that year. Can you guess who won?
Swanson.
Yes.
To me, the most amazing thing about that whole statistic and that whole issue is that 23 wins by Jack Hewitt just stood there for a long time. And, Cody's a couple away from doubling that total. Doubling it. And there were a couple of years there where Jack was just untouchable.
So Cody about to embark in his 153rd career start. That ties him for 7th with the one and only Eric Gordon.
And Eric Gordon had a win on the Milwaukee Mile in his career. Had a hiatus after all those little 500 wins and came back and raced for Brad and Tara Armstrong. Had some really good runs when he came back to Silver Crown competition. A stalwart with USAC sprint cars, a runner-up a couple of times, maybe 13, 14 wins over the course of his year. Ran exceptionally well here, did Eric Gordon.
3 drivers in Silver Crown competition have over 200 starts. Russ Gamester going to have career start number 218 here tonight. Brian Tyler at 212, and Dave Darlin had 201.
It is interesting because there was a time when we would give a driver's certificate when they'd reached the 100 start mark, and obviously a lot of power past that now. We're in the 200s.
20 drivers with 100 career starts or more. The driver, exactly 100, Larry Rice.
Double-time champion. Who's your 100 winner? First to do it, yep. And let's remember, Brian Tyler just won a couple of years ago at DeCoy. I mean, he was so good in that. I don't know, 18, 19 wins, Silver Crown. That's off the top of my head.
So I mentioned Larry Rice at 100. The driver that's chasing him, there's a connection here. Justin Grant will be career start number 98 today.
And what Justin has done has been so consistent, like Cody in the top 5s. I don't know if we've come to the end or not.
It is 5:02. They said 5:05 was the cutoff. It might have a couple of drivers.
Yeah, Tom is still in position.
And getting word, we will have a scratch in Silver Crown competition. Unfortunately, his debut going to get short Jake Trainer.
That's just a shame. Man, we were looking forward to that.
Initial report is the cam spud breaking on the number 126. We'll verify that.
Well, Tim Spillman's down there as a consultant. Maybe he can do something.
So time coming up for drivers to make their way out. Again, 5:03 the current time.